What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So, recent reports have surfaced that legendary promoter, top-ranked CEO and promoter, Bob Arum, who promotes undefeated two-time British heavyweight world champion superstar boxer Tyson and Gypsy King Fury, and his co-promoter, Queensberry Promotions, United Kingdom, UK, legendary promoter and CEO of Queensberry Promotions, Frank Warren, have all decided to engage in a future showdown once again with Matchroom CEO and promoter Eddie Hearn, who promotes two-time unified heavyweight world champion, British superstar boxer, who's the fellow countryman of Tyson Fury, that being Anthony Joshua, for a showdown, an undisputed showdown in December. They're looking to secure Wembley Stadium in November or December for this undisputed showdown once again. With that said, we all know that for first and foremost, Anthony Joshua, he has to face his WBO mandatory challenger and former undisputed cruiserweight world champion superstar boxer OLEKSANDR USYK. That's set to take place in September. And also, obviously, the big one is Tyson Fury has to have a trilogy match with Olympic bronze medalist, former WBC American heavyweight world champion superstar boxer Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder in 3 weeks, July 24th in Las Vegas, Nevada. With that said, it's being reported that the three, Frank Warren, Bob Arum, and Eddie Hearn, have begun to search and look to secure a venue for the undisputed showdown between Joshua and Tyson Fury, once again putting the carriage before the horse. We saw that they did such when they were looking to maneuver around Deontay Wilder and the contractually obligated trilogy match that Tyson Fury owed to Deontay Wilder, as he signed this contract prior to the second fight that took place February of 2020. He signed the contract prior to that fight for a trilogy match. So he already knew this was on the table. With that said, instead of them honoring the trilogy match, all parties involved look to maneuver around the trilogy match and try to negotiate and set up an undisputed match between Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua, or UK undisputed showdown. It's over 100 plus years since they had an undisputed heavyweight world champion from the UK, and they're looking to duplicate that now. So all parties involved, they don't want it to go by the wayside. So once again, they're bypassing and ignoring Deontay Wilder. Now, we know Big John Fury, father of Tyson Fury, he stated that he don't want Tyson Fury to even go into this fight with Deontay Wilder because he feels Deontay Wilder could be a completely revamped man. He feels Deontay Wilder is going to have a chip on his shoulder, can look like a totally different fighter, and ruin all the plans to have an all-UK undisputed showdown. He even went as far as to say Tyson Fury should vacate the belt, give it to Deontay Wilder, and pursue Anthony Joshua. We know two-time, two-division world champion, British superstar boxer, Hall of Famer, Ricky Hatton, he says that Deontay Wilder is doing everything right. He's made a lot of adjustments with his new trainer, former American heavyweight title contender, star boxer Malik Scott. And he urges Tyson Fury to pay very close attention what Deontay Wilder is going to bring to the table in his trilogy match. With that said, there's a lot of boxing pundits looking at this trilogy match and saying Deontay Wilder could upset the apple cart and the plans. Now, we know they went as far as to negotiate a date for Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua and announced it. You had worldwide leader in sports, ESPN, the biggest sporting platform in the world, announced that a deal was done for Tyson Fury, Anthony Joshua, undisputed showdown, August 14th. All that, although they were in arbitration and mediation with Deontay Wilder for a trilogy match. And when Deontay Wilder was announced that he won the trilogy match and that Tyson Fury had to give him a trilogy, then you had the blame game. Anthony Joshua saying Tyson Fury didn't want to fight. Eddie Hearn saying Team Fury didn't want to fight. Tyson Fury responded saying we wanted to fight. he can't understand how come the judge ruled in Deontay Wilder's favor. Bob Arum saying that this was all, a shock to him, to say the least. He used other words, I'm paraphrasing. And yet again, we know that Tyson Fury had to contractually obligate this trilogy match with Deontay Wilder, and they still chose to maneuver around it. And here again, they looking to secure Wembley Stadium. And Tyson Fury is 3 weeks away from this trilogy match. They're looking to bypass this trilogy match once again. Not physically, but mentally. Everybody's checked out of the trilogy match. They're looking at it as a foregone conclusion that Tyson Fury is going to win this trilogy match. And they're planning a fight, a mega fight in Wembley Stadium in December. What's also interesting is, obviously, OLEKSANDR Usyk is no walk in the park. Now, I highly favor Anthony Joshua to win that fight, but he's no walk in the park. It's no foregone conclusion Anthony Joshua is going to win that fight. And now he's reconnected with his former trainer, who is the trainer and father of two-time Olympic gold medalist, 3-division world champion, former unified lightweight world champion, superstar boxer, Vasyl High-Tech Lomachenko. He's back with his father. That's when he was at his best. And with that said, he's no walk in the park. But on top of that, we know that Tyson Fury is in a major situation where, at the very least, Deontay Wilder has a puncher's chance. Okay? He has a puncher's chance, at the very least. So, why would you choose to bypass that of what Deontay Wilder brings to the table instead of truly focusing on it? Okay? And assuring that you get the victory. It's not a foregone conclusion. The wonder here is, are they going to keep the same enthusiasm when it comes to Deontay Wilder should he beat Tyson Fury? Now, should Deontay Wilder beat Tyson Fury, are they still going to be looking to secure an undisputed showdown with Deontay Wilder and look to bring him and drag him to the UK because they already secured a date and now they ain't going to want to back out of it? Also, what's interesting is UKAD, United Kingdom Anti-Doping Agency. They have essentially forced Tyson Fury to vacate his license in the UK because of his situation after his fight with Vladimir Klitschko, who was the reigning unified heavyweight world champion, superstar boxer, Hall of Famer Vladimir Klitschko. Tyson Fury beat him, but Tyson Fury tested positive for a banned substance, allegedly. And with that said, UKAD looked into it, and it was reported that he digested uncastrated, tainted boar meat by a guy named Martin Carefoot, who, ironically enough, Martin Carefoot, he came out after this and stated that he never provided Tyson Fury nor his team with this wild boar meat, nor has he even had wild boar meat on his farm. And UKAD, they then stated that they were going to launch a fresh investigation into this situation with Tyson Fury and his cousin Hughie Fury, that both was suspended. And then Tyson Fury, he vacated the belts and he vacated his license in the UK. So he doesn't even have a license to box in the UK. And if he chooses to pick up the license in the UK, well, then UKAD is going to launch an investigation into Tyson Fury's backstory with Martin Carefoot. Martin Carefoot, he stated that Tyson Fury and his team offered to pay him £25,000, allegedly, to state that and be his alibi, allegedly, in this situation, and he never was compensated for his services. And he wanted the people to know the truth. Then Martin Carefoot, he came out. He didn't deny his statements, but he just stated that he's getting a lot of pressure, and so he just wanted to back out and live his life. This is a 70-year-old farmer. And so UKAD said they're going to launch an investigation into this. And so Tyson Fury, he doesn't have a license in the UK. Wembley Stadium is obviously in the UK. So he would have to pick up his license and run the risk of UKAD launch an investigation into his situation and the fight being postponed anyway. Thus the reason why a lot of people expect it to take place in the likes of Dubai, Abu Dhabi, even the United States. So they're putting the carriage before the horse once again, and more motivation to Deontay Wilder and OLEKSANDR Usyk. Imagine if OLEKSANDR Usyk upsets Anthony Joshua and Deontay Wilder upsets Tyson Fury. Where they're going to go then? But more importantly, if Deontay Wilder is to beat Tyson Fury in this trilogy match and they secure Wembley Stadium, then they're going to start to tell Deontay Wilder, well, he has to make his way to the UK because they already secured Wembley Stadium and there's no adjustments going to be made. But they're willing to make adjustments for Tyson Fury, Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua, he's very vocal about fighting Tyson Fury. Hopefully he's very vocal about fighting Deontay Wilder should Deontay Wilder win the trilogy. But that's all I got for y'all. Make sure you hit the like button. Drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue. Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. You haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button. Hit the bell icon to get all the new notifications. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. Y'all already know what it is. Shout out to the entire LDBC. Shout out to New Media. Shout out to Black Media Raw. Make sure you like and share these videos. That's all I got for you. Peace.
Hey, this is Ebony Bridges, Blonde Bomber, and you're watching Blue Blood Sports TV.